Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to #Actors Life, the show all for and about the hustle and bustle lives of actors. On tonight's show, we have casting diva Yolanda Hunt here to tell us all the ins and outs of the casting side of the business. Then we have another wonderful roundtable discussion with two hardworking actors. Tonight's topic of discussion, actor mishaps. How to assess the situations before the situation assesses you. And then we have another wonderful Limelight performance from our Limelight artist. And it's all going down right here, right now on #Actors Life. Don't go nowhere. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful edition of #Actors Life. I am your fabulous host, Shamaria. And before we get to our guest of honor, I would like to take a moment to discuss when disaster strikes. Now, throughout the course of my career, I've had many mishaps to happen. I've forgotten lines, I've forgotten my headshot for auditions, I've been excessively late to auditions, I've been excessively late to a few jobs I've booked, but I'm still working. And none of it was done on purpose, but I didn't allow it to distract me or to stop me. Many times we are our own worst critics. We will completely beat ourselves up over the smallest indiscretions. Mishaps happen, mistakes happen, but it's most important that we learn from them and continue to move forward. So the next time a mishap happens, don't panic. Take a moment, take a deep breath, exhale, and assess the situation with a calm, collected mind. That way, you can get a handle on the situation as opposed to making a bad situation worse. Tonight's guest of honor is a fabulous casting diva. She has worked in the casting industry for quite some time, and she has worked with some really big executives in the business. Here to give us the ins and outs of the casting business and some great insight and great profound advice, Miss Yolanda Hunt is here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Casting Director's Perspective with Miss Yolanda Hunt here. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I know so many actors out there want to know, like, the perspective and how things are on the casting side.
Of course.
So, in your line of work, like, what do you love most about your job?
What I love most about my job is honestly making actors' dreams come true. I believe that first and foremost has been my drive for the 20 plus years that I've been doing casting.
Oh, wow.
That has set my platform, and I think that I've been a driving force behind several careers. So I feel like watching them and their accolades and where they've gotten and where they are now, I was one of those stepping stones. So I believe that's definitely my truest form, is seeing their dreams come true.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know so many actors come in and out of your office on a regular basis.
Yes, they do. Let's get down to it.
So, like, does it ever make you feel like uncomfortable to see an actor come in and they're so nervous and?
Not uncomfortable. What I try to do is I try to make them comfortable. I might be a little unorthodox than the regular casting director, but my thing is I'm doing a disservice. If I make you nervous, then you can't do a performance for me.
Right.
And then I can't do my job.
Right.
So the point is I try to make you feel as comfortable as possible, to where you almost walk out that door and you think that we're friends.
Right.
That's how I want you to feel, so that when you get on front of that camera, you can deliver. Because of course I see the nerves. I mean, the lip tremble, the little beads of sweat that comes out. I automatically know when they walk into the room.
You automatically know.
Yes, and then it's almost like the intimidating part, because they're meeting me, and it's like, look, I'm just as humble as you are. So let's just do this and get it done. So I think that's what the most disturbing thing for an actor to do is when their nerves is I can tell right away.
Right.
So I try to make it as easy and comfortable as possible for them.
Right. So say an actor comes in, I know there are plenty of actors that they may not be right for the role, but what would make you keep their headshot and resume on file? So it's like, you know what? You know, I might have something later on, or I might have something coming up for the actor. He might be right for this.
And that happens quite often. I will say this much. With an actor, everybody's special in their own right. There's certain things that people do that stand out a little bit more. I'll look at the person that takes direction well in the room, knows how to make the adjustments when I make it in the room. That you might not be right for this role, but I know that maybe there's a role down the line that you might be right for, and you're workable.
Right.
You listen.
Right.
When you listen to the direction that a casting director is giving you, then all I am is the forefront of the director.
Right.
So I'm his blueprint. So I'm making sure that he has an actor that is workable, that can give him what he needs to deliver on set. So when you do little things and people bring little memorable things to an audition, that's what makes me want to make them, remember them and bring them back in and give them that opportunity.
Right. So the casting process itself, could you kind of just explain a little bit about how that will work?
Casting process. From the beginning, for as far as me getting my script, I get the script, I break it down, I do the characters. The normal process, send it through breakdown. But when I get the actors in the room, I do a lot of pre-reads. There's a lot of casting directors that don't do pre-reads. There are a lot of casters, they just go straight to producers. But I feel like I need to give these unknown actors a chance to be seen in front of me. When are they going to ever have a platform? So that's pretty much my process. I do a lot of pre-reads, and then once I get that plethora of actors to give to my director and my producer, that's when I have my callbacks and my producer sessions. And then the steps further, it's on them to make sure that they book that role. I'm giving you the platform to do it.
There's so many variables in the casting process that determine who gets the role and who doesn't. So, and a lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with the actor themselves. And
I'm glad you brought that up. Absolutely. It has nothing to do with it. It's all about what the director is looking for. If he has this certain look, vision in his mind, it is my job to bring it to life. And it's your job to actually make his vision come true. But I've got to bring all of the prospects to him to be able to make that choice. And I like to be creative sometimes, so I will throw a couple of bit in there. That's the process of being a casting director. I'm not one-sided. I look at everything. I want to give other people opportunities.
It's when I very first started out auditioning, I used to take it personally, like when I didn't get called back for a role, or I used to think, was there something I'm not doing right, or some.
I always say, I've been teaching classes. So I like to let my students know, coming from a casting director's point of view, because a lot of actors are getting, lessons from other actors and producers. My eye and my knowledge is going to be very helpful for them. I have to say that you have to look at it as you're one away. Don't ever look at it as a rejection, always, always, always. It's a process. You just got to look at it, it's like, I might not get this one, but the next one is going to be mine. So I'm one away. Don't feel defeated. So
I know you're into teaching now.
Yes, that is my next platform that I have laid for myself, and I enjoy it. Like, it goes back to me, making dreams come true. I feel like all of the knowledge that I have, I need to pass it along. Because there's a lot of actors that just don't know. They don't. And just if you can get a couple of things and walk away from me, then that's fine. I'm totally fulfilled with that.
When actors do come into the room and they audition for you, what do you think are some ways, or that you've seen actors like kind of sabotage themselves, like when they go into an audition, or prevent them from performing at their best?
First and foremost, a lot of actors sabotage themselves when their nerves kick in. They don't know how to just take that one beat. They apologize. I'm sorry, and then they get themselves flustered because then they start looking through the pages, and it's at that moment, all you gotta do is just take that 2 or 3 seconds, go back up to the top of whatever paragraph you were gonna do, and just start from there. Don't break character. Once you break character, you've lost me. That's it. Because I know if you break character now with me, you're going to break character with my director. It's going to stop here. I just need to know that when you're in the room, flustered and all, you can move past that. And a lot of actors, they shoot themselves in the foot when they once that little bead of sweat starts and that lip
You already
twitches,
know what that is.
I know exactly what it is. And as soon as that starts, and then they're like, and they fumble, and it's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Right. They said, I'm so sorry, it's over.
Once you are so sorry me, it's like, I shouldn't even be existent right now. You should still be in character.
Right.
So take that second. That is my biggest, like, I can attribute to an actor. Take that with you.
Right.
Take a second. Go back to the top of that line. Start again.
Right.
Don't let me see you sweating.
Right. I had an acting coach tell me once. He's like, it's your audition. So when you go into the room, know that it's your audition. It's okay.
You own it.
It's okay to take that beat. It's okay to take that second because it's your audition. Go in there and perform. And I think what I find that a lot of actors do is, and I'm guilty of it too, I've gone into the room before, like earlier on in my career when I first started, trying to be what I think the casting director wants or what I think the character is supposed to be, as opposed to like, okay, just taking it and interpreting it and, as my, how I feel or how I perceive it, and just deliver it that way.
Exact way. They don't ask questions. That is the key. When you get that material, you're creating a backstory. Ask some questions. Like you said, you assume what I'm supposed to be doing or what you think I want. Ask.
One last thing.
Okay.
What words of encouragement do you have for up-and-coming actors out there?
Well, I have to say it goes back to what I said. I know that they take rejection on a daily basis. So I want to encourage them to just consider that it's always going to be one away until that next best one. And I feel like as long as you can, look at yourself and know that you're one away, it's going to be easier. It gets easier and easier and easier.
So for all the up-and-coming actors out there who would love to take your class, and love that. How can they find information?
Well, I'm keeping it very low key, but my social media. That's how I've been doing all of mine. I haven't had any outside, no radio, no. It's all been in-house, and my class is now up to 30 students.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It really is. So I'm really ready now to move forward and give them what they really need and give them that platform.
Right.
So by the end of the year, my class will be doing their own performance of their own script in front of another audience, my peers.
Wow. Teaching them how to bring their own content to work.
Yeah, if they're writing, let's bring your short film to my class and have your peers perform your short film, and then my peers will see it.
Nice. Oh my gosh, you are amazing.
Thank you. I try to give back as much as possible. Like I said, I love doing what I do, and the most fulfillment is watching those dreams come true.
Wow.
And if it's just one that it can happen, I know that I did my job.
Well, thank you again. You have been an absolute pleasure. It's been a pleasure having you on the show and talking to you. And thank you. Continue to make those dreams come true.
I will try. I will definitely try.
Hey, Tom. Yes. I got all the information. And I've got some really good prospects coming in. Yeah. Soon as I have all the actors that best suit the role, I'll send the footage right over to you. Right away, yep. Okay, great. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Is the camera on?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
It's rolling.
Hi. I'm Vincent. I'm 5'5". Whew. Are you warm? Oh, you warm? I'm warm.
Not really, no.
Oh.
Okay, slate your name and your height and begin when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm 5'6". I'll take your reports now.
Okay. Can you say it different?
Okay. I'll take your reports now.
Good. Could you say it regular.
Okay. I'll take your reports now.
Great. But could you say it without the accent?
What accent?
All right, you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I know you're ready. All right. Hello.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, but I do have to be somewhere by 7
Oh,
tonight.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
here we go.
I'm Vincent.
Yes.
I'm 5'5".
You want me to do it again? I know. You want me to do it again. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Wait a minute. I really can't. It's my glasses. I really should have my glasses on there.
You know, I'm feeling the mood right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling everything. It's just something in the air. You feel it, right? You feel it, right? I know I do.
Not
okay.
really.
Oh, what's that perfume you got on? What's that smell? You got
You know,
from Macy's?
there are other people waiting. Yeah,
Don't worry about it. Just focus on me and you right now. Me and you.
Well, as much as I'd like to, I need
We
to
can
get
do
to
the
the
second
next
scene.
actor.
We can do the second
We don't
scene.
have time for that.
No, we always got time.
Ooh.
Do you need a paper bag?
No, I just need some air. Woo! Oh, and I need my glasses. I don't know why I didn't put my glasses on. Probably because the role didn't call for glasses. Just have to wing it.
Okay, we're about to do it. Okay.
Dear God.
No, this is not in my lines. That's not in my lines. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Goodbye.
Hey, Tom. This is Rosalind. I'm gonna need another day.
Welcome to the Roundtable discussion. Today, my guests are Teniece Johnson and Charlie Hudson III. Today, our topic of discussion is actor mishaps, how to keep control when things go wrong. Thank you guys for coming to the show today. How are you?
Doing good.
All right. So, starting out from where you were, like when you very first came into the business to now, and just looking at the mistakes that you've made along the way, like how has it shaped you as a person? Like, how has it made you guys better people?
Better people. I guess I'd like to hope so.
Oh, not so better people.
But I'd say more or less it makes you really find your passion while you're here.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there are so many reasons to not be, to find
Right.
something that's safe,
Exactly.
to find something that's accepted by your parents,
Exactly.
their friends.
Yeah.
I would say it makes you focus more so on exactly, I guess to piggyback off what you're saying, what is important in the industry for you.
Yeah.
What to say yes and no to. That was one of the biggest things that was a learning experience for me. Knowing ahead of time, sometimes you might get an audition notice and know for a fact that I do not want to do this show.
Yeah.
But then just because, okay, I want to go into this audition, you might go in and actually get it.
Right.
Now you might be in a situation where I was once, in kind of like an uncomfortable situation. And that was a big learning lesson for me, not just as an actor, but as, you know, a person in life, was if you do not physically and in your heart, mentally, every differently you can add to it, feel like you want to do something, you don't have to do it.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
just saying yes because, okay, it's the right thing to do. You don't have to do that. Something else is coming down the pipeline for you.
Right.
I think the challenge with that too is you want to say you're working.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to book,
Yeah.
you want to work at different venues, you want to work with certain directors, you want to make these connections. But yeah, it's really challenging to make decisions on the roles you accept based on your brand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're not all the same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not a clear cut and paste, I guess, equation to line up how to actually get the job and which ones to take and which ones not to accept. But it is a challenge. It is a challenge.
And I know even as an actor, I feel like I should be able to do anything.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And if I can't, does that mean I'm poor at my skill set? Does it mean I should be
Right.
doing something else?
Yeah.
But then realizing that you really want to work with projects that align with your goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't always make the right decision. Like, my growth has not been exponential. For the most part, it's been like, here's a win, and then, okay, here's some things to work on.
Yeah.
And it's humbling, right?
It really is. Have you ever been in I'm talking about like a huge audition or something like that, and like, you know, just have a mishap or something go wrong?
There was one time I got kind of like today, where it's nice outside, but then all of a sudden, as you're walking, it just starts pouring down raining.
Right.
So I walked in drenched, and everyone looked up like, "Oh, is it raining outside?" Like, no, I just got out of the pool. That's what I wanted to say. But you know, I laughed and just tried to drive as much as I could. And it was like, "Hey, I'm here right now. I'm just gonna go with what I have, try to do it." And actually went well. That was actually a good audition, but just tried to have fun with it, because nothing will ever be like perfect. So learning how to kind of roll with the punches would be my best kind of advice.
Being present is definitely
Yeah.
key, right?
Yeah.
And just because you lose one game doesn't mean you quit the season.
Yeah.
I've had days where I've completely bombed an audition and questioned, like, what is my role on earth? Only to go on and book the next one.
Yeah.
Like, what are the chances? You just got to show up and kind of try to leave it all behind, your expectations, your ego, your value judgments. They want you to win too.
Yeah.
Right.
They're trying to book this project. They're
Yeah.
trying to get out of there. They're trying to make everybody happy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And if you can remember that everyone's on your side, as hard as that is, even when you are late, they'll understand. It's fine. Life, they're working.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to be late, of
Yeah.
course not. But life happens. And when
Yeah.
you show up late, the best thing you can do is be calm, cool, collected, and
Sometimes laugh at yourself. Like, I definitely was laughing at myself. Like, I'm drenched right now.
is that to avoid crying a little? No, but seriously, not taking yourself that seriously.
Yeah, laughing at the moment is like, this could not have been any more hilarious. And knowing that I walked by the umbrella as I left, and was like, I'm not gonna need that. And that became like a story in the room. So now I'm laughing with casting and stuff about, I'm drenched and I left my umbrella, and they're telling me stories about it. So instead of being in there for just the audition, it's like in there like an extra 20 minutes because we're laughing about each other's moments of being drenched and soaking wet from rain or whatever, you know.
Wow.
So it's different ways to stay in the room, like you said, be present and try to make it as fun as possible. It is a odd situation to walk in and be present, you know, but to have fun with it. You know,
I think
that's
that
the thing.
is the most important thing.
Yeah.
To have fun.
Yeah.
You know, nothing is perfect. You know, because it used to be when I got an audition, I had to do everything right. If the smallest little thing threw me all off, I just felt like, oh my God, it was the worst audition in life. Meanwhile, you did a great job performing.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I was off my mark a little bit. Or maybe I flubbed the line or I flubbed the word or something like that. But in my mind, it was awful because I messed up that one word. And I know that's a lot, but
Well, I think you bring up a real challenge. It's kind of trying to keep the peace in your mind.
right.
Right? So it's finding balance. We want to have fun at work, but at the end of the day, there's discipline required. It's responsibility because it's a
Right.
job.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're worried about things, I know for me personally, I have to find ways to find my center. I know that if I close a theater show, if I put a character to rest, I kind of have to mourn for 3 days. I make a 3-day limit of where I can't make any rash decisions, like dye your hair red or right. You should definitely move to LA like right now. Like you're not speaking clearly. You're coming from a place of loss. You found more space in yourself and now you're missing that it's gone. Stay calm.
Right.
Be centered.
Right.
And something else that helps is surrounding yourself by other people that are cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
You don't need crazy makers. You don't need people that are insecure, that need to be held up.
Yeah.
You need people that you can lean on in an industry where you're just
You're right.
trying to find your way. There's going to be a lot of no's, there's going to be a lot of wrong paths, but we have to find it within ourselves to find that balance.
Right.
And it's a challenge, and not one thing is going to work all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I have to kind of wrap up the show, but what words of encouragement do you guys have for actors out there who are either, starting out, just trying to find their way, or like who are in the business but just are a bit frustrated?
Always remember that a no doesn't mean no for the entirety of your career. A career is a lifelong thing, not just Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
And you know yourself that you were put here in this industry and in this time for a specific reason. And just follow your heart. Yeah, follow your heart. Stay true to yourself. There are no shortcuts to success.
Exactly.
I think.
I think I'd say there's no one way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So collect stories from those people around you. Educate yourself. There's a lot of stuff to read. And the reason you want to do that is so you don't feel alone.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not going to prescribe your path per se, but you'll at least know there are some options and how to move.
Right.
Definitely take notes. People will give you advice, and if they're smart and wise, you want to write them down because you're going to be blue one day. And if you can just turn to a page of inspiration, first off, it stands as a journal, something that's lasting that you can hold on to as your experiences continue to come and go.
Oh, did you have another?
No, I was just going to say, I just forgot. I literally was going to say something and forgot it. Never mind.
But thank you guys so much. This has definitely been a very powerful conversation. And I know it's really going to move some people out there. Not just a person, but some people out there. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. We've got our Limelight segment coming up.
Let me tell you something. There's too much pain in the world to duck. Pain is everywhere. You can hide over there, you can hide over there, heck, you can hide under the table. It's gonna find you. Pain of defeat, pain of failure, pain of disappointment, the pain of people not liking you. But you know what that's called? It's called life. You can run away from it like you have, or you can face it. What they say, ain't no pain, ain't no gain. There's that one pain you don't want to go through. A pain of regret. Wishing you could do things all over again. Until they make a time machine, they say a bottle will do. Now you special. You so special, you don't know how special you are. A God-wasted talent. See, you too worried about what other people think about you than what you think about yourself. What do I know? I'm just a bum asking for change, right? Now, you're standing in my living room. I got some people coming over. I got the homeless fellowship brigade coming to grade my box, trying to give me a homeless weekly. Get out.
On the next #Actors Life, it's our season finale with New York local SAG-AFTRA president and national vice president Mike Hodge, as he fills us in on everything you knew and everything you thought you knew about the Actors Union. Don't miss it. They already know my spiel. I am the director. I call